Hello and welcome to Drunkime, a show where any plot makes sense at the bottom of a bottle. I'm your host Chris the Nerd, and here's how this nonsense works. I get myself good and trashed. Then I plant my ass in front of a TV and watch a subbed episode of an anime. Then I get myself back in front of this camera and do my absolute best to explain the plot of what I just saw to all of you. So join me as we watch Another. Another is a winter 2012 anime based on the horror novel of the same name by Yukito Ayatsuji. The story centers around the curse of Class 3-3. A girl dies tragically in the middle of the school year. 26 years later, a boy named Koichi Sakakibara transfers to the school, and strange deaths start to occur, and they seem to be related to the death of the original girl. He needs to find out what's going on before he himself ends up dead.
I watched the first episode of Another, and I certainly did not plunge into the heart of terror. In fact, I was barely paying attention because I was fucking drunk. Isn't that a weird fucking concept? So, Another, I plunged into the heart of terror. I did not terror at all while I was watching this, but according to the back of this box, Mei Misaki was cute, and I fucking disagree. Another is the story of a boy. His name is... What is his name? It's Sakakibara. 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 He is the main boy of our story, and he is a 15-year-old boy. And he is transferring to a school, and where is it? It's not until he came from Tokyo, and he moved to Yomiya. Yeah. That is very hoppy. Whew. Yeah, like I was saying, so putting it in United States terms, let's just say he moved from Boston, the actual city of Boston, and he decided to move to fucking... what's a backwoodsy place? Agawam. He wanted to hang out in Agawam. That's where they have Six Flags, actually. They say that it's Springfield, but it's really not. It's Agawam. Fuck you, Springfield. So anyway, Sakakibara moves to Springfield, Massachusetts from Boston. And they just say he's sick. He is in the hospital at the start of the show because he has a collapsed lung, which I feel like should keep him out of action for a very, very, very long time. But he's like, fucking, I've got a collapsed lung hanging out at this hospital. I'll be back at school by May. He comes backer than fucking Rob Gronkowski after spraining his goddamn ACL. Holy shit. He should be on the New England Patriots. Fucking, y'all can cut Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm sorry, did sports end up in this anime discussion? Okay, so he's got a collapsed lung, and new people from his school, the student council is like, hey man, how are ya? We know about your collapsed lung, that fucking sucks, but we're here to give you the notes so that way you know how to do fucking long division and fractions and shit for when you come back, because he's like 15, and that's what you do when you're 15. I'm not... Whoa. I swallowed that wrong, and I'm all out. I swallowed all suds there. That was very, very heinous. I did not like that at all. Anyway, so, Sakakibara is given the notes by the fucking student council of his, I'll have you know, 9th grade class. And they're like, yeah, Sakakibara, here's the notes, so that way you know exactly what we're doing when you come into school. And he's like, yeah, I'll be there by May. And of course, my American brain was like, fucking May, school ends in June, what the fuck's the point? Just take another year off. But I guess in Japan, the months are different. So, Sakakibara is given the notes from school, and he completely ignores them as any child would, and he gets on an elevator. And on the elevator is a lady with an eye patch, because eye patches are very fucking common in Japan, for reasons that are as of yet unknown to me. She is what they would call a spook. And she's like, I gotta go to the morgue. And I don't remember why he was on the elevator in the first place going that far down. Because he comments on it. He's like, why the fuck are you going on the elevator down to the morgue? And she's just like, I got shit to do there. And he's just like, well, I guess I can't argue with that. So enjoy your time. So he just comes back like no shit just fucking happened. And he's like... And he does that anime thing where he stands in front of the chalkboard with his name written on it, and he's like, yo, what up? Dekararimasu me llamo Estan Koichi Sakakibara. And everybody immediately just fucking takes to the guy. And they're like, hey, we're gonna show you where the shit is, we're gonna be your friend, we're gonna sit with you while you watch other kids do track and field because your fucking lung won't let you. Because here's a funny thing. Okay, when I was in 5th grade, I transferred schools, and I didn't stand in front of a chalkboard and be like, hey, what's up, my name's Chris, I like getting fucking drunk and talking about anime on the internet. But all the kids that, I met, like, some kids, and they were like, hey, man... you're fat and gay. And I was like, I mean, half of that is right. The other half is maybe, like, partially right. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, Sakakibara. What does he do for a living? So the classmates are all like, hey, Sakakibara, look at these people running around the track. And he's just like, hey, I got a very important question. I don't know if you guys know... There was a weird lady who I met on an elevator at the hospital, and she was wearing the spooky Japanese girl outfit with the skirt and the fucking blazer, and it had the school's logo, and she said her name was Mei Misaki, and she's very cryptic with me, and she's not here. I notice her desk is very scratched and violent looking and very horror. Where is she exactly? And everybody else in the class is like, They're doing that thing with their eyes like side to side, like, the fucking Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like, maybe this motherfucker knows something he shouldn't be fucking knowing. So, they're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's absent today. And he's like, fucking whatever. So he goes up to the roof of the school. And that's something that's always bothered me. I've never been able to get on the roof of a single school I've been to. And I've been to many a school. Boom. Anyway. So I've never been on the roof of a school ever in my life. But it seems like a very common thing in Japan. You can just hang out on the roof of the school. I feel like that's a very dangerous thing. Regardless. Sakakibara goes up under the roof of the school, and Mei Misaki is there, and he's just like, why the fuck were you in? Why were you going to the morgue? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I would never go to the morgue. And he's just like, I saw you fucking do it. And she's just like, yeah, I did. And then she walks off and disappears, and I'm like, where is this going? And then the episode ends. Legitimately, what the fuck? I don't know what's up with this show. It's a horror show. It's supposed to be spooky. I was not spooked. Mei Misaki was cute, athletic, and one of the most popular girls in her school. That describes me. I relate to this character. Why should a little thing like death change that? I can think of a couple reasons. Now, 23... Wait a minute, 23? They said it happened 26 years ago. They said that in the show, I remember that. They're like, yeah, 26 years ago, fucking Mei Misaki was here, and he's like, what? There's the back of the box says 23. The back of the box lied. Thanks. Is this Aniplex? I probably spent a lot of money on this. It had to... Oh, it's Sentai. It says Sentai Filmworks. Maybe being drunk does not help me. Anyway... May's mysterious demise, 23 years afterwards. A new transfer student discovers that not only is his school student body one corpse short of a full roster, but that some secrets never leave high school. And what's more, according to the back of this box, all of this may somehow be tied to his own family past. Again, my family past isn't interesting at all. What is the secret? And how does it all connect? And even if Koichi does figure it out, will that knowledge help save him? As the school bells toll, for who school bells toll? This girl is dead. Time marches on. As the school bells toll, a deadly dirge of Cerberus. That doesn't say that, but I added that. And a deadly dirge and students begin to die. Things that were never properly buried come back to haunt the high school of the damned in another. Sakakibara is a guy, and he goes to school, and the school's fucking haunted. And that's the show. That's the crux of this fucking show. That was a bad idea. Why did I throw that? Oh, cool. It turned my laptop on. Thanks. That's the show. That's another. I like it. It's pretty good. I'll see you guys next time, I guess.
Thank you for watching this episode of Drunkime. It's always a pleasure to degrade myself for your enjoyment. If you liked it, please indicate as such by liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Also, the next episode is going to be a vote by you guys, but this one's going to be a little bit different than the one we did before. I would like for you to vote on which of the shows that I've already covered that you'd like to see me do a second episode of. That's right, that means Kabanari, Kill la Kill, Steins Gate, and another are all candidates. Just comment the name of the show you'd like to see me do a second episode of. So, thank you for watching, as always. I'll see you next time.